Today I bring you the final chapter of the Magnus Carlsen Invitational tournament that was just completed on the 3rd of May 2020, and so here is the last game going into the final set of 4 games of 15 minutes and 10-second increment. So here is the last game just before the two meet at the end for the 4-game ceremony. So this game happened, I believe, on the 2nd of May 2020, I believe. And it's Ding Liren versus Magnus Carlsen with the black pieces. And I'm just going to go, this is just a warm-up, and the other games bar one I have not seen yet from the final. Should be 8. I've seen a little bit of this game. 94. This is the sort of stuff I play. Almost. It is. But they are playing rubbish at the moment. I'm just looking for pins and forks and skewers and I'm finding that it's so good for my chess if I say to my opponent, well, this is a quite cool move, isn't it? Knight c3. But I find it so good for my chess if I just say to my opponent, which I can see what's going to happen, of course, I find it so good for my chess if I just say to my opponent via message before the game or after the first move, I hope you have a good game, and thanks for the game afterwards, regardless of score, which happened for me yesterday. I played several games on light chess, primarily 5-minute games, and the score was 6.5 half. I did actually drop a draw. Wow. So of course, if the horse course is taken, then bishop f3 is winning the exchange for the piece. So here we have 92. Quite good, isn't it? And of course I would not want to play this for white because of what the computer shows, and this is quite devastating. Plus white will be meeting bishop f3 as well if need be. So the thing is even after this, black can play, other than rook c2, which is pretty good, can play rook g2, queen g2, bishop f3, queen g5, even though it's not necessary, but it's just fun. But who knows? And so anyway, back to the drawing board. Here we have So white's got compensation, of course, because these pawns are quite hanging back for black. Black has to hang around for those pawns on d6, protected past by the e5 pawn. Have we got a draw here? No. White's playing for a win. Actually, it happens quite a lot now. We've got a bit of a clunk in the middle here with bishop takes d6, eradicating white's stronghold pawns, if you pardon the way I present it. And here's bishop f8. I thought so too. Ouch. And that was that game. Okay, next game, I think it's just I load. Next game is, we could save that, couldn't we? No, I won't. I'll just go. Now, who is playing? It's none other than, we're going to flip the board. It's none other than the originator, initiator, instigator of this chess tournament for lockdown. I think that's what it was presented for. The Magnus Carlsen himself is playing with the white pieces, and he has a 4-game match now with 15 and 10 seconds increment with Nakamura. And so here we go, Hikaru Nakamura. So he's the heavyweight of blitz chess. He's the heavyweight player. So this is really exciting now. So this is between, is it 70,000, which is first, of course, and I think it's, yeah, I think it's 45 and then 30 and 30. I think that's right, but something like that. So this is this 4-game thing, and the winner who wins the thing, who wins the actual 4 games, if there is a winner, gets 3 points and the other one less. So here we go. So what's going to happen? This was played yesterday's date over there on their internet tool machines on Chess24, of course, platform. So here's knight b6, and I sort of recognise this kind of stuff. It starts off with the English, English opening, 4 knights variation with g3. Even I can play this. d3, yes, this is my system, but I don't play bishop e3. I play bishop d2, but maybe bishop e3 is better. I'm going to take Magnus's word for it. Pretty elementary, dear Watson. And here we have a takeoff on c7 and e2 respectively. Not to play here knight c4. Ouch! Big blunder because of queen c7. Oops! And so I'm just doing that for fun. I haven't seen this game before, so I'm not even sure. I'm not going to go on about the score, who does better or anything like that. I'm not going on about the times or the analysis. I'm just doing it for the sakes of and the fun of thereof. So the thing about chess is often you get it in game, especially at this level of chess. The end game can be, according to a book I've got, the end game can be played from the opening to the end game can be played in about 2 moves. So you got the opening, which is f4, and then you got e6, and then you got middle game g4, and then you got the end game queen h4 checkmate. So let's have a look at this. Black's got a bishop with a pawn on d4, which can be a problem. It can be a nuisance to the operation of the black bishop. So here's knight e4, but its Nakamura is, of course, black. Yes, I thought so. Wow, this is down to the wire, isn't it? Isn't this down to the wire? King d2, of course, forced move. h5, here comes Magnus. King c2. Haven't looked at this, but that's why I think would be played by white. What would I play here? Play h7? Yeah, I would. I don't. King g6, because we're going to have this. It's going to. It looks like it's going to end up a. Oh, that's nice. Knight f6 check. Or h8. This is beautiful, isn't it? Isn't this lovely? Isn't chess great? This is just about, as good as another game. And now, I believe that, black resigned here. Next game. Now we have Hikaru is white, of course, so let's go for it. This has been played a lot, isn't it, in the London system? I think it's the London system. No, it's the Queen's Gambit declined with Bishop f4, but it's akin to the London system in my opinion. b4, of course, and a3. I don't often use this database. I should, but I don't. Here's Magnus's bit skinning, and of course the Queen's attack there. Now the Rook and the Queen are both simultaneously attacking the Knight e2, so Rook c2. It's just like I'm commentating, but I'm just I'm just player at home, nothing like this caliber, not that I ever would be anyway. So here we've got if queen d4 now, okay, new variation, if queen d4, then I believe that if we ask the computer to move, it will go there. That's what I was thinking. There's queen here, and all of a sudden black's got a big problem on f7, so that's no good. So h4, and now we'll just move up. Queen d3. Good old Magnus, eh? Goodness sakes. So Magnus isn't doing very well here. This pawn's looking quite strong, this passed pawn. Now white's getting black to defend, and white's attacking. So it's often a good idea to try and do that in chess. So knight f6, but white has to be careful, of course, but if knight e4 now, then knight d5 will be quite primo, in my opinion. Knight d5 would be quite good, even though it looks like black's going to get a bit of a g3 pawn. Because we're going to go knight e7, maybe, oh no, I was wrong, c6, and that's where Magnus lost. So at the moment we're 1-1, we're 1-1. Okay, one each. So if it goes down to the wire, then they start playing blitz. So here's Magnus again with the white pieces, so it's an advantage to be the first player in any given game of chess, unless you're playing someone stronger than yourself a little bit. This is the game I've actually seen so far, and this is the one that they've highlighted as the most exciting, I think. Castling, c5. Here I thought to myself, I would play this move, because I think pawns are meant to be moved. But Magnus, I think, went knight g5. That's right. This is move 11, I think, or 9, knight g5, one or the other. And so it all ends up quite interesting, because b5, and then what do we have? We have bishop e6. Wow, this is Magnus on fire, is it? So it's 1-1 at the moment. Now I think they say queen d5 is wilder than f3. I think that's what the annotators said. Queen takes d5 is wilder than f3. But who are we to disagree with the world's finest chess player? Now I particularly like the way that white or Magnus plays this endgame, and that I learnt a long time ago, when you're playing against knights, you like to try and inhibit them and stop their maneuvers and yeah, that sort of thing. So obviously here is Queen F8 is checkmate threat, and black has to watch the knight, of course, and also this. So this will not do because of Queen C8, is it? No. Queen C8, I'm not sure. I'm not going to hang around too long though. Queen E8. Bishop B4. Now we have knight E6, and here we start to get play for white in regards to inhibiting the movements of the knights in particular. G3, I thought G3 first. B3, see how white is purposely stopping the knight maneuvers. H4 taking here. Now there's no pawns to support a knight hopping into F4 course or so, and so white can just sort of almost hang back with these two pawns here, which are now past, both of them connected past. So here we have it, and then we have rook d5. Now I like this particular part of the play. There's rook h5, h5, bishop c3, not taking the knight of course because of b2, and black has a very good position. So after king f4, bad mistake, as b2 is very good for white, not for black. I want it to be good for white, but it's not. Bishop c3, so we've now got no point in taking the b4 pawn with the bishop. Bishop back to b2. Those pawns are in lockdown. They are the only hope really, unless white loses the rook, then which is not going to happen. And here we have a clean off of opposite colour bishop endgames, which I really like, because a lot of people just think automatically it's a draw. It's not. And the old rule of thumb is that the passed pawns need to be for the superior side in the opposite colour bishop endgame. The passed pawns need to be three files apart. Okay, I think it might be two, but here we go. Let's watch Magnus. There you go, that's the end of that game. And now, so Magnus is on 2 out, 2 and 1 for good old Nakamura. So here is if whatever this result is, if all Magnus needs is a draw or win, and he takes out the $70,000. Here we go. So this time Hikaru is white, of course, and those who want to look at it, they can see the score already. Feisty play, isn't it? So White's trying hard here, I believe. So White has got probably, in my opinion, without asking the computer, my opinion is White stands better. As they usually do. And what? Rook c6, of course, because this is the protection for the rook on d7. So rook d7 a7. So gone is that 1 pawn advantage up for White now. F5 move, yes. Good old Magnus seems to play F5 a lot. I'm very pleased about that. Makes a lot of sense really, because it's a great move. F5 is the best move on the planet, isn't it? That didn't look really good to me. It didn't look right. Just thought, why don't we just play knight d4? That's even what the computer's suggesting. And then what? So it's sort of a reversal of roles before. So White's still got the better game, of course. They've got a pawn up. Will that pawn count? Against these guys, there's so much information on rook and pawning games. It's phenomenal. Ouch. Ouch. Guess what? Magnus is quite happy to go for the draw. So Magnus ends up with first place, and Nakamura is in second place, of course, with 1.5 out of 4, and Magnus is on 2.5 out of 4. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this take. I hope your chess improves no matter where your chess is at, and primarily my wee mantra every time that I say is primarily enjoy your game of chess. Thanks for visiting, and please call back. All the best, and thank you to a new subscriber. Thank you. He knows who he is, but thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Really good to catch up with that player.